we're going to start off with Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. Yes, Josh Allen is the favorite, but it's for good reason. Every single season, Josh Allen has been the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. They have improved. All of Josh Allen's weapons are coming back with some new additions. They have Stephon Diggs coming back. They have the emergence of Gabriel Davis, who had 8 receptions, 201 yards, and 4 touchdowns in the AFC Championship against the Kansas City Chiefs, in which they lost. So this is a team that is kind of out for vengeance. They are out for revenge. And Josh Allen is the right guy at quarterback to potentially get that done. You know, Josh Allen is coming off a huge season where he had 36 touchdowns, 4,407 yards passing, 631 yards on the ground, and 8 more rushing touchdowns to go with it. But one thing that I want to say is when taking an MVP bet or taking a comeback player of the year bet, something along those lines, you need to have narrative. And with the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen, the narrative is there. They can't get over the hump. The Kansas City Chiefs beat them every single year. Now they have the team. This team, they brought in Von Miller. You know, they brought in Jamison Crowder, who's a slot receiver, a very underrated slot receiver, I might add. And I think he's going to be very good for Josh Allen going forward. They also drafted James Cook, who's a good receiving back. He could give that offense a little more balance. One thing that the Bills have missed in the past is that rushing attack. So again, I think the narrative is there for Josh Allen. If he has a season even similar to that of last year and this team wins the AFC, I think Josh Allen is the MVP potentially. So that's why I wanted to say Josh Allen first. And for me, he is my favorite, you know, just like the other sports books. But what I wanted to do here is give different odds along the way. You can see we have Herbert at plus 1,000. You can shop that around. You might be able to find a little bit better. And then we have Jalen Hurts to end it. But moving on to Herbert here. Herbert last year finished the season with 5,014 yards passing. He had 38 touchdowns. And this line initially opened up at plus 1,400. It's slowly been going down with the hype of the LA Chargers. You know, they bring back their top weapons in Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. And I keep thinking Mike Williams is going to have one of these huge seasons. I think this could be it. You know, he is a big body. Herbert has potentially the best arm in the entire NFL. And then you have a great running back who can rush the football and catch the football in Austin Eckler coming behind it. In addition to that, the Chargers brought in tight end Gerald Everett, who is more of a receiving threat out of the backfield to help Herbert even more. And then again, going back to that narrative, the LA Chargers, the Kansas City Chiefs, have won that division 6 years in a row. The Chargers went all out this offseason. They got Khalil Mack. They got J.C. Jackson. They shored up that run defense, so not as much pressure will be on Justin Herbert and that Los Angeles Chargers offense. So, again, I think that narrative is there. If Herbert can get them over the hump and finally get the Chargers to win that division, and so the Chiefs don't win it, I think that's enough narrative to get him over the hump. You know, again, he had 5,000 yards passing last year. He had 38 touchdowns. He has one of the biggest arms in the NFL. So I think he's a great choice there as well. The numbers can match up and the narrative can match up as well. So that's one thing I try and do with the MVP bets is get the stats and the narrative to mesh together. And that's how I think that generally happens. And then lastly, we have Jalen Hurts at plus 2,500. This is another one that you can shop around. But I think Jalen Hurts is a good candidate for the 2022 MVP because, for one, the narrative is there. He's been doubted. The number one question mark with the Philadelphia Eagles is most likely Jalen Hurts right now. But they gave him the weapons necessary to potentially get the job done going forward. They brought in star wideout in A.J. Brown to help take pressure off of Devonta Smith. And again, this is his sophomore campaign. I think Smith can come out and have a huge season. He's one of the fastest wideouts at stretching the field. And then again, Hurts is a dual threat quarterback. He can get it done with his feet as well. And the Eagles have one of the best offensive lines in all of football. So they can create time for him back there. The receivers can get downfield. Again, they have burners, so you need to give them depth. And Hurts can take advantage of that with his legs if he needs to. So again, I love Jalen Hurts there at plus 2,500. I think those are the three when you stagger them across the board with Josh Allen plus 700, Herbert at plus 1,000, and Jalen Hurts plus 2,500. I think all of those quarterbacks have potential to have huge seasons, and they have the narrative to match up with it. Like someone like Lamar Jackson, for instance, I do like Lamar, but I don't know if he has the receiving core to potentially get it done and get another MVP. So again, I'm matching up with these three. I do like Trey Lance a little bit as well, but I don't think, coming out, breaking out your first year as a starter, that's tough to do. So I like these three. I like Allen at plus 700, Herbert plus 1,000. Again, shop these around, and Jalen Hurts at plus 2,500.